Pedri, on the other hand, is much more of a fluid player. The balance of the two, the combination of the two is what makes Barcelona really interesting for the next decade if you're able to keep both players.
ترجع الكرة مباراة رائعة. الكرة الأوروبية كلها رائعة. شاهد ما شافش حاجة ما شفناهاش برا ربي معاه.
The untold story of Pedri. Can he save Barcelona's future? Barcelona, once the unshakable fortress of European football, has in recent years faced one of its most turbulent periods. From financial crisis and managerial chaos to painful exits in the Champions League and a heartbreaking departure of Lionel Messi, the club that once dazzled the world with its tiki-taka brilliance has seemed a shadow of its former self. In the midst of this chaos, a quiet, skinny teenager with a boyish face and a calm demeanor emerged, not with loud declarations or flashy tricks, but with pure footballing genius. His name? Pedro González Lopes, better known as Pedri. Still just in his early 20s, Pedri has become the beating heart of Barcelona's midfield and possibly its most vital key to redemption. The question that now echoes through the corridors of Camp Nou and beyond is simple. Can Pedri save Barcelona's future? But before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on our upcoming videos. Now, let's get started. From Tegueste to the top, Pedri's early life. Born on November 25, 2002, in Tegueste, a small town in Tenerife, Canary Islands, Pedri's journey to stardom was neither glamorous nor expected. Unlike many elite players, he didn't grow up in a major European city with access to top academies. He honed his craft on the dusty pitches of the Canary Islands, far removed from the spotlight. Football was a family passion. His grandfather, a devoted Barcelona fan, ran a local supporters club. This influence shaped Pedri's love for Barca long before he ever dreamed of playing there. As a child, he was often seen dribbling alone or kicking a ball against walls for hours. Coaches quickly noticed his extraordinary football IQ, his delicate touch, and the way he read the game as if he had lived 100 matches already. It wasn't about power or speed, it was about control, timing, and an almost mystical sense of positioning. At age 16, Pedri signed with Las Palmas, a second-division Spanish side. Under the guidance of coach Pep Mel, he made his professional debut and within months was turning heads with his maturity, vision, and composure. In just one season, Pedri was already being tracked by top clubs. But for the teenager who grew up idolizing Andrés Iniesta, there was only one dream destination: FC Barcelona. Barca's gamble that paid off. In September 2019, Barcelona signed Pedri for a modest fee of €5 million. At the time, it barely made headlines. Many fans didn't know who he was, and some questioned whether Barca needed yet another young midfielder. But that quiet signing would become one of the club's most important transfers in the post-Messi era. Pedri officially joined Barcelona in the summer of 2020. Most expected him to play in the B team or go out on loan, but his performances in training stunned the staff. Then manager Ronald Koeman, known for being direct and tough to impress, was won over immediately. Pedri wasn't just talented, he was exceptional.
Yeah, Pedri had a fantastic first season because not everybody knew Pedri, and when he started to get opportunities to play in the first team, he demonstrated at his 18 years that he can play in Barcelona. He showed that, and the development of Pedri in last season was incredible. And he had a really good tournament in the Euros, demonstrating once again that he is a big talent and really a future for the club, that he will part of it.
By the end of the 2020-21 season, Pedri had made 52 appearances for Barcelona across all competitions, an astonishing number for someone his age. He became the youngest player in Barca's history to reach 50 appearances in a single season. Week after week, he pulled the strings in midfield like a seasoned maestro, orchestrating plays with a sense of calm that brought back memories of Xavi and Iniesta. The engine of Spain's national team. Pedri's rise wasn't just limited to club football. In 2021, he was called up to represent Spain in the UEFA Euro 2020 tournament. Many questioned whether he was ready. By the end of the tournament, those questions had been erased. He played every single minute of Spain's campaign until their semi-final exit against Italy. UEFA named him the young player of the tournament, and he was also included in the team of the tournament, a feat rarely achieved by players under 20. Just a few weeks later, he played in the Tokyo Olympics, once again starring for Spain and helping them reach the final. In total, Pedri played more than 70 matches in the 2020-21 season, an exhausting schedule for even the most experienced pros, and yet he never complained. Instead, he kept doing what he does best, playing beautiful football. Injuries and the fear of burnout. But even prodigies have limits. The relentless schedule began to take a toll. In the 2021-22 season, Pedri suffered a series of muscular injuries that kept him out for large parts of the campaign. Barcelona struggled without him. The midfield looked disjointed, and the team lacked the fluency he naturally brought to the pitch. Many began to question whether the club and country had overused him too soon. But Pedri never blamed anyone. He focused on recovery, studied the game from the sidelines, and came back even stronger. His return was marked not just by sharp performances but also by added maturity and physical strength. Barcelona learned their lesson. The medical staff began managing his minutes more carefully, knowing that Pedri's long-term presence is more important than short-term wins. Because Pedri isn't just a player, he's the core of a rebuilding project. Playing like Iniesta, thinking like Xavi. What makes Pedri so special isn't just his technical ability. It's the way he combines that with intelligence, humility, and consistency. He doesn't waste touches. His passes break lines. His dribbles are purposeful. He moves between defenders like a dancer gliding through rhythm, always 2 steps ahead. Xavi Hernandez, Barcelona's current manager and one of the greatest midfielders in history, has repeatedly praised Pedri's football brain.
That Pedri goal, he stops the time another time. Like, what does this player have? It's like a kind of magic.
Yes, it's an unbelievable player. He controlled the space and time really well, the timing. He commit really well to defenders, so amazing performance. Not only the goal, he make the difference for the team, but the game that he play and all the team, how we work in defense, how we press high, how we press on loose. Amazing game from our part.
In many ways, Xavi sees himself in Pedri. But there's also Iniesta's creativity in his play, Busquets' composure, and a sprinkle of Messi's magic in the way he manipulates time and space. Pedri isn't a copy of any one legend, he's a new evolution. A player built for modern football, but grounded in the philosophy of La Masia. Even though he didn't come through Barcelona's academy, his understanding of positional play and tiki-taka makes him feel like he did. Carrying the weight of a rebuild. Barcelona's post-Messi era has been rough. Financial mismanagement, player departures, and inconsistent results have tested even the most loyal fans. Yet, amid the uncertainty, Pedri has been a constant beacon of hope. With the captain's armband around the corner and growing influence in the dressing room, he has quietly taken on a leadership role. He's not loud or showy. He leads by example, pressing tirelessly, demanding the ball under pressure, and always making the right decisions. At just 21, he is already seen as the face of the project. Alongside young talents like Xavi, Alejandro Bold, and Lamine Yamal, Pedri represents the future. But more than that, he represents a return to identity. Barcelona has always been about more than winning. It's about style, about philosophy. Pedri embodies that DNA. When he's on the field, Barcelona plays with soul. Can Pedri truly save Barcelona? That's the golden question. Can one player save a club as massive as Barcelona? The honest answer is no, not alone. But Pedri isn't alone. What he offers is belief. He is the centerpiece around which Xavi and the new Barca are building. With strategic signings, smarter financial decisions, and the continued development of La Masia graduates, Barcelona has a shot at reclaiming its throne. But without Pedri, that path would be far more uncertain. He may not shout like Puyol or score like Messi, but Pedri's influence is profound. He is the quiet revolutionary. And sometimes, that's exactly what a fallen empire needs: a visionary to restore the foundations. Looking ahead, the legacy in motion. Pedri's future looks bright. As long as injuries are kept at bay and development continues under Xavi's guidance, he could go on to become one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. With Barcelona looking to return to Champions League contention and Spain eyeing future Euro and World Cup trophies, Pedri will be central to both missions. He's not chasing headlines, he's chasing perfection. And that pursuit, slow and steady, might just be what brings Barcelona back to its golden days. The silent architect of Barca's resurrection. In a football world obsessed with stats, flashy moments, and big personalities, Pedri stands out because he does none of that and yet does everything. He is the glue that holds Barcelona's hopes together, the rhythm that brings melody back to their football. His journey from a quiet island in the Atlantic to the global stage isn't just inspiring, it's crucial. Because in Pedri, Barcelona doesn't just see a player. They see a philosophy reborn. The untold story of Pedri is still being written. But one thing is clear: if anyone has the vision, humility, and brilliance to guide Barcelona into a new era, it's him. If Pedri's journey moved you, share this story with every Barca fan and football lover out there. Drop a comment with your favorite Pedri moment, and subscribe to keep following the players shaping the future of football. Because sometimes the quietest voices make the loudest impact.